Take the situation where the young black man was shot over allegedly stealing some bottles of water out of a Chinese-owned corner store. In response to that, Dr. Umar asked the black women to boycott Asian-owned beauty supply stores and nail shops. Now, whether you agree with that or not, my question is, what's the solution? If black women stop spending money there today, where are they supposed to go shop tomorrow? And I don't think that's necessarily a question for black women to answer. I think that's a question for all of us, especially us black men. Because if we're serious about economic independence, then we have to build the businesses. We have to create the opportunity.
The amount of self-hating that comes out of the Asian American community is ridiculous, because this tweet just went viral recently, and it's this Asian person making fun of a bunch of Asian kids just having fun. It's just a bunch of kids having fun at some fucking carnival. And I can admit that the Asian American diaspora can be cringe at times. Doing this when they announce they're joining an Asian Greek organization, them either being too woke about every little fucking topic and just being so sensitive, or being ignorant to the point where they don't understand what's going on in the world. Asian American friend group just being more of a delayed origin because they're all just fucking each other. The elitism with college, school, and employment. Them being a complete fucking asshole, but then blaming it on their little bit of childhood trauma they experience that every single Asian American goes through. There's a lot. However, there is so much criticism within the Asian American community against one another that it just comes to a point where I don't think we will ever be united. I don't think there will ever be a uniting Asian American figure, because we just cannot be fucking happy for once in our lives. We always find something to be upset about. We always find a way to criticize. We always find a way to say, wait, this is cringe. Oh, wait, you're not having enough fun. Oh, wait, you're just self-hating. Oh, wait, you're only loving your own people. You need to expand more. This is such a non-issue that Asian Americans are friends with other Asian Americans, because you don't see this with other ethnic groups here in America. Is it so hard to believe that a group of people will want to hang out with those that understand their culture, their background, what they went through growing up, what they enjoy in life? We pick the worst fucking battles. Why not talk about mass deportation? Talk about supporting the working and middle class. Talk about the geopolitical climate that is making things in our country more expensive when this is a conflict that most of the country did not ask for. Instead of being proactive, we pick up buzzwords like boba liberalism and make fun of a bunch of kids just having fun.
So after Rick Chow was acquitted for defending his son, a group of so-called black activists, they decided the proper response was to start calling Asian restaurants across the entire country, place big fake takeout orders, and never show up to get your food.
Yo, in respect for him, we're calling Chinese places, ordering food, and not picking it up. And we ain't talking about no one order. We're running it up. Justice for him, okay?
All right, y'all. Somebody had a great ass idea, and I'm implementing it today and probably every day for the next week. Yeah, that little Asian boycott we doing, yeah, we about to take it a step further. Here's what we're doing. We're calling all of the Asian takeout places. We're placing a big ass, fat ass motherfucking order, and we're telling them we're gonna pay when we pick it up. And then what we're gonna do, we're never gonna fucking pick the shit up.
This is their version of resistance. They're not even targeting the actual store owner. They're just going after random Chinese and Asian restaurants that had zero involvement with the case. They're wasting food, wasting the restaurant's time and money. Then they're gonna scream racism and be all damn shocked when those same restaurants start requiring payment up front or stop taking orders in the area completely. This is the exact behavior that creates the damn stereotypes that they claim to hate. When you collectively punish an entire group of people for something that one person did, and do it in the most childish and destructive way possible, you don't get to cry racism when people start protecting themselves. This isn't activism. It's low-impulse tribal warfare that hurts everyone, including the very communities that you guys claim to represent. Businesses, they see this behavior, they make rational decisions. They're either going to raise prices, require upfront payment, or leave the area completely. Real justice doesn't look like this. This is just more proof that some people would rather burn everything down than accept a court verdict that didn't go their way.
A lot of y'all won't admit it, but you're an opportunist. All of these black and Caribbean and African immigrants that's over here talking about black Americans are being divisive, because when we say support black business, we mean black American business specifically. You are an opportunist, because y'all are the same ones that have been banding together for the longest to come against black Americans, talking about how we don't own no businesses, we lazy, we ain't got no culture, we live off the system, we don't take advantage of all of these opportunities that are just handed to us right here just for being an American. Y'all are not taking advantage of none of those opportunities, and we come over here with nothing, with pennies in our pockets, and like poof, be magic with a little bit of hard work. We just surpass you guys in a couple of years. Y'all are the same ones. Ain't y'all the same ones that said that? Like, I mean, I made several videos about this before, so I'm a little bit confused. Why is it a problem for us to support Black American business? Is it necessary for us to include you when we're talking about? Why is it always necessary for us to include the entire collective? That's the reason why we're in this situation right now, is because we don't focus enough on ourselves. We don't practice group economics enough amongst ourselves as Black American people. We don't do that enough. In every other group, not just Black immigrants, every other group of people practices group economics within their specific group. Haitians own businesses, Jamaican, whoever else, Nigerian, Ghanaian, whatever, African town, all this other kind of stuff that focuses on a specific group. But for whatever reason, when it's us doing it, that's the only time that it becomes divisive. But everybody else does it. But as soon as we do it, it's divisive. Why is it that we're supposed to support everybody else, but nobody is supposed to support us? I really don't. I'm really struggling to understand the mindset of you folks. Whoever's watching this, whatever. I'm just struggling to understand the mindset behind all of that, I guess.
Back again, boys and girls. Let's talk about the new Asian business boycott. I'm just going around looking and seeing what's happening. And I went to this Chinese restaurant and they were so mean to me. And I'm like, yep, the boycott's working. Keep going, y'all. Let's keep going.
The black boycott of Asian businesses, I agree. And guess what? It's not a boycott. Y'all Asians, get over yourselves. This is not a boycott. We're just going to support black-owned businesses. That's all we're going to do.
Y'all just going to get less business.
Yeah. I mean, open up your Chinese restaurants in your own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Open your nail salons. Move the nail salons from our neighborhoods to your neighborhood. And you know what's so funny about Asian neighborhoods?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the big cities with the Chinatowns and all this kind of shit like that, like in San Antonio, Asians are here. They own all the salons and, you know, all the nail tech salons and all that type of shit like that. But where the fuck y'all live at? Because I don't know what the Asian neighborhood is, because we ain't got no Chinatown.
I ain't never
San
seen the
Antonio.
Asian neighborhood.
Where y'all who is?
Common sense approach. Now, it seems like a lot of Asian business owners are becoming upset at the fact that black people are no longer supporting their businesses. And there's various reasons why a lot of them are upset. But I want to speak on one real important reason why a lot of these Asian business owners are upset that black Americans are no longer supporting their businesses. And that's the fact that a lot of them are banking on passing these businesses down to their children, making their child or children the new dealer and your child or children the new buyer. The same way you were the buyer, the same way your parents were the buyer, and the same way a lot of y'all grandparents were buyers. Okay? Making you their generational wealth due to the fact that each generation can eat off of your community or off your next generation. And so it's an unspoken reason why a lot of them are upset. On top of that, a lot of them are banking on retiring off the back of you as well. Yeah, some of them got 2-3 years and they plan to retire. All from your community. Why they don't put nothing back into the community at all. Some of these people have been in the communities for over 30 years and have never done a give back to school book bag drive. Nothing. They asked one Asian dude, so what black business have you ever supported? He said, well, we supported Black Lives Matter. They asked this guy, what black business have you ever supported? And he said, Black Lives Matter. You can march for free. Okay? And so this is not only a moment thing. This is a generational thing. You can stop it now, or you can continue it on to the next generation and hope they stop it. It's not a hate thing. It's a self-preservation thing. This common sense approach. I'm out.
So on my post about boycotting Asian businesses, within that video, I made reference to needing my nails done, and I'm just going to have to bypass getting my nails done because I'm going to stick and stand firm to the boycott and remove all Asian businesses out of my vision. And I think the only Asian business that I really frequent is the nail salon. So that's something that I'm going to have to remove. But at the same time, I like to get my nails done. So I asked for recommendations in the Atlanta area of nail techs that do builder gel. But I'm getting a lot of comments of, girl, you're in Atlanta. There are so many black nail techs that you can, you can do business with. But I don't think y'all realize how challenging it can be at times to make appointments with certain types of service providers. I just seen this young lady's video right here. I'm going to tag her in this caption, but she made a great point in her video. She made a great point in her video with this huge opportunity where there's a mass exodus of us no longer doing business with Asian businesses. That is going to leave a huge gap in nail service. Us as black women having the option to go get our nails done. The door is wide open for you black nail techs. How are you guys going to seize the moment? And she just gave y'all the blueprint. She just gave y'all the blueprint on how y'all can seize this moment, run with it, and don't even look back. Close the gap. Take your clients back. She basically said, all y'all need to do, why don't y'all band together, all the nail techs in your city, and y'all go and...
I don't know why y'all taking this shit as a joke. I'm so serious, blacks. We not fucking.
And bam, just like that. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to go back and look at this video of this black man. He actually making some moves. See, this is the type of movement I'm talking about. If you want my respect, then you got to make moves like that. That's to show us that, you know what, y'all are trying to make a difference and trying to change the life of your family, the life of your friends and your community. Because I'm telling you something, until y'all do this, things gotta change. It's gonna have to change. Like I say, he's starting with stores, but at least he out making he making a movement. He talking to people. He said, listen, I'm gonna stand with y'all, but I need for y'all to do this first. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, that's what I'm talking about. This is the type of thing I'm talking about. Listen, now let me see somebody else making a move. Let's try to find out who them 12 jurors are. Let's find who they are, who their families are. See if they got sons. Let's keep it going.
Yesterday, when I made the post regarding people should not be boycotting Asian business, I did not know what the situation was for until later. Come to find out, an Asian man was not guilty for shooting a black teenager kid, and that's why the black folks are mad and they're boycotting Asian business. I see where you're coming from, though. I feel your pain, and I'm so sorry for the tragic that you had to go through. But when I hear the fact that you are going to boycott Asian business, that caught me off guard. And let me tell you why. Is because when you say you are boycotting Asian business, that's a big statement. Like, you know, Asian comes in different areas like Laos, Cambodia, Vietnamese, Japan, Korea, China, India. So when you say you're going to boycott the Asian businesses, that's all of them. But the fact that we didn't do anything to y'all, that's why I'm tripping about. That's it. Not that we're not feeling sorry for the situation. It's just, I know it was a Chinese man who shot the kid, but one man's crime cannot affect the whole community. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was caught off guard, because I'm Asian. And when you say you're going to boycott Asian, that's like involve all of us. And some of us be like, what the hell did we do? We didn't do anything. We knew the situation, but we feel for the situation, but we didn't do anything. That's why I made that video. You see what I'm saying? Not trying to not have no empathy or sympathy about the situation. I feel bad. But it's kind of hard to boycott the Asian community because it's like, it's everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we need to stop this racism stuff, man. We need to love each other more. We need to really embrace each other's differences and just work it out. And at the end of the day, we need God. That's what we need.
So y'all know it's an Asian, we not doing the stores, right? So I haven't either, but I kind of have to go to the gas station because there are no black-owned gas stations like around here. If you know some, please tag them. But I also have to go in there and get my products. You know what products I'm talking about? The Quick Trip don't sell them products. So when I say they have been being extra friendly, I mean, I went in the store and the man gave me, I think the price of the stuff was $6.99. I promise you that man charged me $4.99. And I've been going to that store for years. He was like, "Hey, how you doing? You need anything else? We got they is trying to get y'all need But they have been friendlier than ever now. Going to them stores, I bet they be a little bit more friendly. They have learned. I don't think they learned enough, but I'm still boycotting. I'm just letting you know, them attitudes done changed in them stores, just so y'all know. It's not hurry up and buy. It's let me see what I can do like it should have been. In.
As the sun shining today, people, the black people in America say them are going to boycott all of the Chinese store them. They now spend no more money with the Chinese them. And the Chinese them have one ear sale today. And go look where I go on in America now. The people them forget. Say them a campaign for lock down the Asian store them. The Chinese man, they analyze the local black boy. They say enough is enough. And Chinese are go online and attack a bag of things about black people. Because them say them are a boycott all of the store them. And all the Chinese end to come up with one sale today. And they store them full up. And I say, black people are suffer from something in America. They must suffer from some mental disorder. Because the people them are campaigns, so they nah go back at the Chinese store, they must lock them down. And 1 year sale and the woman then forget about everything. The woman then forget about everything, Rasta. And I spend them money with the Chinese now. Look when the Chinese them do, I make one black doll and I do. And I beat the black doll them, I fling them away, I squeeze, all type of thing. The Chinese them do with the black doll when they make. And brother, the campaign for boycott the Chinese store them gone. One sale. And the people them forget about boycotting. Whole of them money gone in a Chinese store today. Me say, them people in America, what do know? What wrong with them? No change. Not go change. It gone back right at square one. All of them money with the Chinese them, brother. All of them. Chinese restaurant them full up same way. Go look, we are going in a Chinese salon them today. Full up. Brother. Black people now no shame.
Black people, I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. But now black folks, you see what I just did? And I did that from the bottom of my heart. But when things happen to Asians from the black folks, we gonna need y'all to take some accountability as well. Accountability for what? We don't even do nothing to y'all. Okay. Y'all might just not know. Well, let me put y'all on. Right here, an 84-year-old man.
I'm so tired of this tit for tat bullshit because it's hypocritical to say we're going to hold someone from our own community accountable, but then immediately turn around and throw Stop Asian Hate crimes back in black people's faces. Those crimes were horrific and should have never happened. Perpetrators were arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced. We even had a legislation passed to address anti-Asian hate. But why bring it up conveniently right now? Because we're talking about Cyrus Carmack Belton and a community demanding justice and accountability. Those perpetrators were held accountable. Rick Chow is still walking free. Let's not act like the black community did not speak up for Stop Asian Hate. They spread awareness, marched alongside with us, showed solidarity while dealing with police brutality and their own injustices. Those same anti-black comments we saw during Stop Asian Hate are still happening right now. Oh, but Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter only speak up whenever it's convenient for them. It's always black people. That's exactly why some black people feel compelled to boycott. Because the anti-blackness that people have been talking about for years continue to go unchecked. left. Instead of simply holding our own accountable, conversation once again gets redirected back onto Black people. And China Mac, this is where my issue with you comes in. You've built a career immersed in Black culture and hip-hop, a culture pioneered by Black Americans. Yet you spent years downplaying that history, acting like hip-hop is simply American culture, and that Black people have nothing to do with it. And let's not forget, you were the same person, arguing about wanting to use the N slur, because your friends said it around you. You even compared it to this racial slur used against Asians. To justify your point, you can't immerse yourself into Black culture, build a platform from it, and then act like the people who created it don't get a say. It's giving colonizer culture vulture energy. Giving everyone wants the rhythms but not the blues. It's giving everyone wants to be Black until it's time to be Black. With that said,
y'all, I've been out of the country, but baby, I ain't been out of touch. And I know I'm about a week late on this, but I had to chime in. To the Asian man that posted that Black folks were so dependent on laundromats, corner stores, whatever else he said, blah, 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 baby, because I was barely listening. He was essentially saying that we're so dependent on them that we don't have any other choice. I don't really know what rock he's been under, but baby, we've always had a choice. Apparently, he was under the impression that they can just play in our face and we keep supporting them. He don't know what type of time we on these days. Baby, this ain't the time for that. Apparently, he's unaware. He needs to go back and look at the history books, because one thing Black folks love is a double dog dare you type movement. Child, because over the past few weeks, I've watched Black folks do what we do best, baby. Call in the reinforcements. Yeah, as my grandma would say, I'll make a lie out of you. Over the past week or so, I've seen folks post Black nail salons, Black beauty supply stores, Black purse brands, Black bakeries, Black bakeries, Black restaurants, Black childcare centers. The list goes on and on, okay? Black farms. We've been doing a damn thing. Baby, y'all been dropping names, email addresses, and tagging businesses all over social media. And baby, I absolutely love this for us, because that's how movements grow. Not just talking about it, being about it. So we ain't just talking about the problem. Baby, we're being the solution. If you know a Black-owned beauty supply store, post it. If you know a Black-owned nail salon, post it. Know a Black-owned dry cleaner, grocery store, bookstore, restaurant, mechanic, pharmacy? You get the point. Baby, post it. Yeah. Let's build a directory without calling it a directory. Let's make it easy for our community to find community businesses so that nobody will ever say that we don't have options. Because, baby, one thing Black folks got is options. I don't know why he was confused. Because every time somebody says y'all need us, our response shouldn't just be word. It should be ownership. It should be community. It should be intentionally circulating our Black dollars in our Black communities with Black folks who value us. Yeah. Baby, y'all keep posting, keep sharing, keep building. Because this is how economic power grows. And baby, as my grandma would say, I can show you better than I can tell you. All right, good people, I've been missing y'all. Drink your water, stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable. And mind your Black business.
So I found myself back in Asian people business, and this is what I found out. Oh, baby, the ban is not stopping, okay? Them Asian-owned nail salons and shit, the chairs are empty. It's summertime. That's where they supposed to get the most business. Pedicure season, baby. They have no clients. Now they all on the internet crying about how their salons are empty and how nobody's getting their nails done, nobody's supporting these businesses, and how it's racist and everybody's anti-Asian. But let me explain something to y'all, okay? I want to make sure that I'm 110% clear, so that way I'm going to talk real slow so that way y'all understand me, okay? Because I understand that comprehension is not a skill that everybody has. People do not want to support your business, not because they don't like Asian people and they're anti-Asian. They don't want to support your business because they're tired of being racially profiled as soon as they walk into the door. All right? They're tired of feeling like that every time they go into y'all salons and, go to y'all hair supply stores, you're following them around and, you laughing and joking and talking shit in different languages and Vietnamese or whatever the fuck language y'all are speaking. They don't feel welcome. That's why they don't want to support your business. This whole situation with Cyrus was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was already coming. Like I said, I'm going to speak real slow so that way everybody understand what it is that I'm saying, okay? So, for you to try to shift the blame and say, well, don't buy nothing from China, and that means that y'all need to just start growing y'all hair and stop buying that wigs and weaves from China and whoop, whoop, whoop. How are you claiming that someone is being racist to you when you are being microaggressive all in the same breath? Okay, it's like you don't know if you want to be the victim or the villain in this origin story. And the problem is that y'all want that proximity to whiteness. But let me explain something to you. Unless your skin is pale white and you are white, you will never be white, okay? Baby, they don't look at you as one of them. You are still a minority. You are still a person of color. And the fact that you use that as a pedestal to put yourself above other people of color because your skin's just a tiny bit lighter is a problem. It's deep in y'all community, and that's something that y'all need to work on. But all this crying on the internet, it need to stop because we don't give a fuck.
When you go to a funeral, people will say, you know, I hate to see you this way, but it's nice to see you. It is a tragedy that it took a 14-year-old being murdered for us to stand in our power. And if you look at history, usually it is tragedy that leads to movement, right? Leads to a revolution. I just have two questions, because I know when there is a boycott, really this is a blackout, that it's not going to be effective unless we have like a call to power, a call to action, or a goal. Amongst the Black coalition, I don't know, maybe this is being spoken without mixed company, but has anybody established what our goal is? What are we hoping to gain? What do we hope to get? I know for sure, yeah, we're going to support Black businesses. And that leads to my second question. But is there any other goal that we're working towards? Is there any concrete, tangible goals that we can set to really maximize the movement right now? And here's the other thing. If in Columbia, South Carolina, is where can I walk in and get a pedicure? Is there any walk-in places? I don't mind being inconvenienced. That's why my nails look like how they look right now. My toes look even worse. They look like the fucking crypt keeper right now. But I'm just wondering, is there a walk-in place that I can go in where I can just go without having to book on the website and go through all that? Because listen, we're gonna have to be inconvenienced, but a reason why a lot of the Asian businesses work is because of convenience. So I'm not rushing nobody. I'm just saying, I'm asking, is there a walk-in spot that I don't know about that I could walk into? And if there's not, I'm gonna sit my ass down. I'm going to sit my ass down and I'm going to book the appointment and I'm going to wait, because the least of sacrifices that we could make, that's not even sacrifice. That's not even the right word, is to be inconvenienced, to put some press-ons on, right? To get some acetone and soak the gel off of my toenails. Like, think about how trivial that is when it comes to, in comparison to the movement and the lives and the humanization and the coordination and the unity of Black people. I can be inconvenienced. I'm just wondering, and I'm speaking to myself, but I'm speaking to whomever is listening, that we're going to have to just be inconvenienced. We're going to have to figure out and realize that some of the shit that we've been doing don't really matter. We're going to have to get some of those, the straight backs, and put on a hat if we need to. We're going to have to just walk around like this. I'm gonna have to put on some sneakers. I'm gonna have to do my own toes. I figure that shit out. That's not big of a deal. It's not even a speck in the story of what we can do to move this along.
So now that we're boycotting Asian businesses, I want all the Black people to put y'all business in the comments. I want y'all to advertise yourself so we can shop with you. We need to do more shopping with Black businesses and supporting other Black people. We always support everybody else, but we need to start supporting each other first. So whether you do hair, you do nails, you bake, you cook, whatever, put it in the comments, shout yourself out, and let's get you some exposure. Because if we don't support each other first, who else gonna do it?
So we all have seen the Asian guys saying that we can go ahead and boycott Asian businesses because they don't need us. So we're going to use my comment section and my post to do said that. If you sell toilet paper, paper towels, do nails, if you provide any type of service that us Black people use in whatever state that you stay in, whatever city, state, wherever you are in the world, promote it down in my comment section below. So
We are going to basically use this as a reference for when we need anything. That way you'll be able to search my comment section for you to use whatever business that we need from now on to be able to use. I don't know why they feel the need that we need them when we didn't need them before, and we do not need you guys now. So, with that being said, this is the time for us to prosper as one and basically come together, or, basically use our resources as we always did. So, leave it down below. Let us know what you do. If you want to show your work, post a picture, put your city and state. That way everybody knows where you are, and let's do them just like we did everybody else in every other business.
The black community now is calling for more Asian hate because Asian store owner Rick Chow.
I stitched this moron because he's a racist piece of shit. And he's a very good example of what I mean when I say there is no such thing as proximity to whiteness, but there are a lot of minorities who like to delulu themselves into thinking that they can assimilate into a club that doesn't want you and has historical context of excluding, exploiting, killing, colonizing, and stealing from you. And the cowardice of the Asian community, especially in the West, is not lost on me. A very good example, I'm going to bring it up again because I brought it up in the past. Hudson Williams, an Asian Canadian, right? White Asian. I saw a lot of discourse about the White Asian meetup that took place following the Lave, or what's her name, music video, right? I saw a lot of very useful discourse. But the one thing that I never saw, when Hudson Williams was being excluded, racially attacked, brutalized by white fans and other POs and other people of color, I never saw any Asian content creator come out in his defense. And again, it could be an algorithm thing, but you see, it was fascinating though, because for days I was just clicking on the Hudson Williams hate. I saw black people, of course I did. I saw brown people. I saw white people. But how many Asian content creators spoke up? If they did, they certainly didn't come up on my algorithm. It was the same thing with this verdict against Cyrus. For days I was looking, I would see the pain of black people, which breaks my heart. I started seeing black people from other countries, but never any Asian content creators. And I did mention it on my channel until a day ago. And just today when I checked again, all of a sudden I'm inundated with Asian Americans and Asians speaking up about it. Do you know why? Because that is when the fever of boycotting Asian businesses got very loud 2 days ago, and it continues till today. So here is my stance on it. I am going to join in the boycott. I already have technically, but I'm going to join in the boycott because my support has always been transactional. Even my support for Hudson Williams is transactional. As a POC, I gravitated towards him, but I recognize the fact that he does have a white name. He is half white, has a white father, and he has a white girlfriend, right? I'm not going to treat him like the way I would treat a 100% Korean guy. 1, 2. If not for the fact that Hudson Williams has surrounded himself with women of color, and that woman of color includes a black woman, my interest would have completely, okay, I'm rooting for you, but I would have been, right? Because you see this blind support that many of you are giving people, I don't do that anymore. My support is transactional. So here is my thing, if Asians will listen to this, right? And it's all of you, mind you. Chinese, Korean, Japanese, doesn't matter. All of you treat us the same way. If you want to fix this wound that has been existing since the 90s, when that other black teenager was killed by a Korean woman shot at the back of the head, if you want to heal this wound, you need to sit down together, confront the anti-blackness in your society, reach out to the black community and tell us what you are going to do to address all the shit, the disrespect, the racism that you've been throwing our way. Until then, black people, carry your business elsewhere, myself included. I live in the UK. I no longer shop at beauty supply stores. I'm not going to be patronizing Asian eateries. If I want to do it, I do it at home. Since you don't like us and you don't respect us and you want white validation so bad, go meet your white people and get them to spend at your stores. We are making your lives easier, right?
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
What I say about
black people being a
black people been a big fat cash cow for the world. Everybody come to get a piece. The love relationship ain't mutual. Like, you got these people who come in our community and they take, but they don't put nothing back in the pot that they taking from. You know what I mean? So it's like, dudes like, why is the whole Asian community being punished for what one guy did? But it's like, what he did was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's a million other straws up under that. You know what I mean? You giving sisters chemical death, you know, in the treatment of their nails and hair and all this kind of stuff. You don't think about, you know, what is the best product to sell this community, because they're blessing me with resources. You know, the love ain't there. So, you know, so it's like, why are you being punished, man? Because it's like, man, black people waking up and it's like we can see the relationship ain't a love mutual relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I bless you with the resources of my dollars, but you don't bless me with even a atom's weight of respect.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's like, man, and we waking up and we starting to see that, man, and it's like, dude, that stuff gotta stop. And it is stopping, man. So it's like, so when you raise the question, like, why is all of us being punished, man? Because it's like, dude, you know, it's like, if you consider it like this, the body has in it a cancer cell. It's the body's job. It's the body's immune system's function and purpose to get rid of that cancer cell, not somebody outside of you. Your own community got to clean that up. So if you don't, man, and you just let that cancer cell ride, you know, that cancer cell will ultimately overcome you, take you out. You know, from within. So the corruption of your own people, man, and the wrongdoing of your own people, man, has its consequences, man. Just like with any group, any nation, any individual, when your evil starts to outweigh your good, you know, judgment happens, man. And man, the judgment is like, hey, this relationship ain't a good one, so it's got to end. It's got to stop, man. So, you know, Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, do for self. So we're going to do for self. And we gonna wake up as a people, man. You know, where we can take care of our own beauty needs.
Right.
You know?
And why is it that they claim that we're racist for wanting to do group economics with us, but when they do it, it ain't racist for them to do it, but now all of a sudden it's racist when we do it?
Man, because they know we have a long-standing sympathy, you know, in where this love talk is concerned. You know what I'm saying? The enemy always been able to dupe our people with tricking us about the concept and idea of love.
Right, love everybody.
Love everybody. You know, it ain't, you know, black people. You're not loved. We've been taught so deep and so thorough to love that which is absolutely destructive of us. We've been taught to love it. So anything that we do anti the destruction of ourselves, they say we not acting within the script we was given. So it's like, black folks, you're doing wrong. It's not the script. You're supposed to, you know, love me when I spitefully misuse you.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not following your script, Negro. Get back on script. And we coming off script. We reading our own script now.
Right.
And we understand, man, no, man, I can't have the same emotional response that I have for one who loves me, for the one who hates me and destroys me, and will spitefully misuse me, abuse me, take from me, not give back to me, you know. And it's like, you can always tell the love and the care of a person, an individual, or group by how they treat someone who they feel like they don't need. If you feel like you don't need the Negro, the real test of your character is in how you treat the Negro that you feel you don't need.
Right.
You know, what you really are shows up in how you treat that which you feel you don't need.
And they not very respectful,
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? And it's
Yeah.
like,
They chased that little brother down. They said almost 2 football fields over some water that he didn't steal.
Dude, you was asking for a fight.
Yeah.
If I'm chasing you, I'm asking you to, let's throw down.
Right.
We fight. I want to fight because I'm coming after you.
Right.
I mean, you don't treat your bill collector like that.
Ooh.
you don't run after your bill collector. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that smoke.
Right.
Why you let the little boy go? He ran, take it on the chin. You got insurance on your business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
You know, write that off, man.
Right.
Stop playing, dude. You write off, you know, those types of things. Or you raise the price on your other products in the store and make the community pay for it, not calling in, you know, their community thieves, man. You know what I'm saying? Make the community pay for it. That's what everybody else do.
Right.
You make the community pay for when somebody come in and steals. You raise the price.
Right.
Now everybody complaining. Well, stop whoever's doing the stealing.
Right.
Teach them better.
But not by shooting them, obviously.
Man, that's whack, man.
But yeah, I mean, I felt like, you know, shot that brother over water.
Facts, man.
Over water. And it's like, yeah, you got insurance on your business. What was the point in all of that?
Man, and they did not shoot that little brother over no water.
Right.
They shot him because they felt like they can. Ain't had nothing to do with water. They was just, man, sporting, killing. And it's like the Book of James say, man, they kill the innocent with like this glee and this feeling of, I could do it because ain't no punishment.
Ooh.
You know, Book of James, I believe it's chapter 5, something to that effect. But yeah, man, they ain't killing no little boy over no water, man. Because they killers. Period. They kill you through your nails and the glue and all, the eyelash, the wigs. They killing us and all that crap, man. Feeding us the food with soy and salt and all this.
Right, MSG and all that stuff.
They just did this little boy with a bullet. But they killing on all kind of levels, man.
You know, I always believe that the internet is a different beast, right? People who men and women don't hate each other as much as the internet, says that we do. Black and white people don't hate each other as much as the internet says that we do, or black and Asian people don't hate each other as much as, the internet says we do. Racism isn't as rampant, or, all these shit, right? All these internet negative takes are not as rampant or big in the real world as the internet perceives, right? So I've always believed that. But, and the recent thing with the whole Red Child thing, where a young black boy innocently died for something petty, okay? And you get the internet, a lot of internet takes, right? A lot of black people online, right? A lot of internet black people saying, oh, let's boycott Asian businesses, right? Let's boycott Asian businesses. And I get it, right? You want to give your takes online, cool. But I just thought that was just the internet thing. And then to realize, in real life, someone just happened to me where it's like, oh, what are you doing? You can't be around Asian people, right? I mean, you got to boycott them. I'm like, that's crazy. It's just crazy because, I was finding it funny that the one group that constantly talk about racism, right? Constantly talk about racism online. Talk about oppressive, being, the oppressors and oppressions, right? Constantly talk about treating people like a monolith, right? Treating people all the same, right? Stereotypes and all this shit they talk about. But when they're in that position, they would treat other people the same way, right? They would treat Asian people like a monolith. They will be racist to Asian people. They will attack Asian people. They're no better. They're no better, okay? It's like they're no better than the people they complain about. And I've always believed this, where if given the opportunity where, let's say, black people were 70% of the U.S., where black people had the power, right, the systemic power, they would be no better, no different than white people. They haven't disproven that, right? They haven't disproven that. Black people have been racist as, as white people, supposedly, right? As they deem as white people. They've been tribal, they're very tribal, right? They're like, oh, there's only blacks only, and shit like that, right? Segregate. I wouldn't want to be around white people. I wouldn't want to be around Asian people, right? You're no different. You're no different. And I don't know. And again, right, I don't care. They spend your money. It's like, that's capitalism for you, right? That's the beauty of America. You can spend your money wherever you want to. No one. I'm not crying, or I don't think Asian people are crying that you don't want to, go to Asian establishments. All the more power to you, right? You want to spend your money however you want it. It's all good. I just want to point out, right, that this situation shows you that black people are no better than white people. They're no better than the people they complain about, right? They're no better, which is, it's obvious. I always knew that, right? And I just want to say that, when people want to say that, oh, it's not that serious, why do you talk about it? Because you know what? Social media is very important in our lives. It's very important. It will bleed into our lives. That's why it's important, right? So I definitely want to talk about that. I mean, I definitely wanted to mention that. And I want to say this, right? At the end of the day, Asian people will persevere, right? Asian people will persevere through the, black people's racisms, black people's views of Asian people. Asian people have always persevered through oppression, through, targeted campaigns or situations. At the end of the day, we will accept it, right? You don't want to, you don't want to interact with Asian people. It's all good, right? No one's gonna cry about it. We will continue to, work hard and focus on our families and focus on, our communities. I also say this, right? The young Asian people, or the liberal Asian people that want to kowtow to black people, fuck you, right? fuck you. I mean, it's like, you can't logically see the difference. You can't logically see the hypocrisy. To say that Asian people are racist is like such a stupid thing, to not think that, you know what, anyone and everyone can be. It's more like you being a jerk, right? You're being a jerk, you're being an asshole, right? Racist? It's like, I find it funny. Liberals saying, you know, black people can't be racist because they have no systemic power, but yeah, Asian people can. It's like really funny too. And it's just like, you're so foolishly liberal that you're blinded, but whatever.
This is why when y'all say black people can't come together, I just shut my mouth, because y'all are showing out on this Asian boycott. Saturday, June the 6th, empty. Nail salons, empty. Y'all are showing out. Now, if you recall, he's the one that told us that we couldn't survive without any Asian-owned, stores in our community, and told us if we did a boycott, he would take away the laundry mats, right? They would not have laundry mats for us, as if we don't own washers and dryers in 2026. Now, some of you actually seem to be surprised at the Asian community, some of them anyway, that are really thinking that we're ignorant and too ignorant to have our own. Guys, don't forget about 2023. Do y'all remember in 2023 when they ended affirmative action? And that was in part to the Asian community. They let themselves be pushed to end affirmative action against the blacks. And people always say against the blacks as if we're the only community and we're the #1 community to benefit from affirmative action. We weren't, but that's the discussion for another day. So in case you didn't know, the Asian American Coalition for Education, along with 60 other Asian American groups, got together and filed several civil rights law complaints against Harvard, okay? And they supported students for fair admissions. Now, if students for fair admissions sound familiar, that's because they are the ones who filed these lawsuits that went to the Supreme Court. President and fellows of Harvard College, and also against University of North Carolina. They combined the two. They said that they felt it was so unjust. They were expected to perform higher to get into Ivy League colleges. And that's not the case for everyone, i.e. black people. They decided to do it in groups so that no one could pick out a specific Asian American to target. But the fact that there were 60 different groups along with the Asian American Coalition for Education speaks volumes. Now, once affirmative action ended, do you think there was a big surge of acceptance into Ivy League colleges for Asian Americans? No poochie pies. According to the Manhattan Institute, there was a 2% increase across the board of Asian Americans being accepted into Ivy League schools. However, there was a decline in blacks and Hispanic enrollment. Like other communities, Asian communities seem to forget that they benefit from all the hard work that the black community has done. And that's okay if you forget. We don't have to remind you because, baby, we just keep doing what we do, which is us. So I'm proud of all you guys standing in solidarity, because they're basically calling us stupid as hell, and we're not. Leave me a comment. Bye, y'all. Bye.
You don't know about the boycott? We boycott all Asian restaurants, stores, nail shops, all that shit. Yeah, we doing that shit all across the country because they did that. The Asian dude killed that unarmed black man in South Carolina, the 14-year-old. You didn't hear about that? Damn, did you hear about Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay, it's before. Just look up
Nah, I'm going
gas
to
station.
My brother's working.
Gas station. Oh, he worked. Look up gas station clerk kills 16-year-old in South Carolina. It's all on camera, bro. The little nigga ain't had no gun, no nothing. He went in the store. The Asian.
When he ran out?
Huh?
When the little nigga ran out?
Yeah, he didn't even run out. He walked out. They actually, he lifted everything up. He wasn't stealing nothing. It looked just like
Someone
Minnesota.
for the water bottles and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did shit on?
Yeah. And then they found Buddy not guilty. The video showed he ain't had no gun or nothing. Even the son got on the stand and said, nope, he ain't point no gun at us. He ain't turn around and do nothing. Just shot him in the back. And they let him on.
I seen that. I did shit on.
So we protesting all that shit, man. And everybody on that shit right now, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate if you could spread the word too, brother, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to redirect our wealth anyway. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Have you ever seen an Asian in one of our restaurants? Have you ever seen an Arab in one of our restaurants?
No.
But they sell our food to us, don't they? But they sure be talking crazy to us and shit. That part, bro. We giving all our money to them, and we could throw that shit back into ourselves.
Exactly.
So that's why we doing. You know what I'm saying? Any motherfucker that treat us wrong, that's how we doing it. I appreciate you though.
I appreciate you too.
Yep.
And my brother working this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
Look at this. Beauty supply owned by Asian right in the middle of a black business strip mall. Right in, look at, on a major street on the road to the airport. Why are y'all here? Inglewood. We need to make this a black owned beauty supply store. Let's go.